are here with Melodi and friends at the Louisiana in Bristol. Would you like to introduce yourselves?
So I'm Melodi, we've got Morgan, Janine and Catherine.
So vocals, drums, and you guys, drums?
So vocals,
Guitar,
bass.
Drums and bass. Got the full gambit covered in that case. Louisiana's kind of a second home, I believe, for you guys, isn't it? It's not your first time here.
We've played here a lot. I think maybe one of our first gigs was here actually. Yeah.
Okay, but headlining tonight, that's the difference maker, yeah?
That's the first time, yeah.
First time headlining, what, anywhere in the city or first time headlining
Anywhere.
in Louisiana? Oh, wow, okay. Does that make it any sort of more pressure in terms of your performance, or is it just a case of, well, we're playing our music, end of? That it doesn't matter where we are on the bill.
It's definitely different pressure because we're organising it, so it's on us more.
And more on you, as I say, because you already appeared straight away. I've clocked you as band mum, trying to tell everyone what they need to do, where they need to go.
It is Melodi, so there was going to be more pressure on me.
Yeah.
As band mum.
And we say, so you're Melodi. What do we need to know about you? For people that aren't familiar with yourself, your music, what can you tell us?
So I have to say it's alt rock, but we've got a bit of a gothic side as well. And that's a stylistic thing. Are you asking about stylistics or? Literally,
your influences. Where does the sort of band stem from? Was this always the idea of going sort of the alt rock scene, or?
There was always the idea of going for the sort of Lacuna Coil with Temptation. I'm really influenced by those sort of bands, the sort of female fronted metal scene especially. So they were my influences, and from there this style sort of came about. From my songwriting, and then Morgan also writes quite a few songs, so that's sort of.
So it's kind of I know Within Temptation, Lacuna Coil, whatever, there's bands that I sort of follow as well. So Within Temptation are more sort of towards the anthemic rock. Is that something that you guys really sort of at the scene and the music that comes through? Is it more sort of anthemic? Is that the area that you're kind of in, the sub sort of genre?
Would you call it anthemic?
A little bit.
Yeah?
Yeah. It's
sometimes you call it like ambient rock, don't you?
It's more ambient than anthemic. It's not like as dramatic as Within Temptation and stuff like that. It's more.
So who by the way have announced the European tour next year
yes,
today?
I saw
with
that
Evanescence,
today.
£100 a ticket. But yeah, that's going to be
somehow.
only one date in the UK though.
London, isn't
yeah,
it?
London. Yeah, I'm trying to get tickets about 3 days they come out. And so your sound has been born of those. Has anybody else sort of influenced you along the way?
There's a Turkish singer called Şebnem Ferah. We used to cover her a lot actually, but I did a recent piano and vocal cover of hers, which has got like 7K on YouTube at the moment.
Oh, yeah, I've seen it myself actually. It's amazing.
Oh, thank you. She's a big influence to me.
Okay, you're of Turkish descent yourself, are you?
Yeah. I lived in Turkey till I was like 17.
Oh right, okay.
My mum is Turkish. So
yeah,
pretty much.
Is the sort of rock and metal culture quite big in Turkey? It's not something that you'd ever sort of put together, or is it?
Yeah, people say that it was very big, until like probably like 2010 or something. It's not so big now. The first metal festival I went to even was in Turkey. I saw Iron Maiden.
Really?
Yeah, Iron Maiden, Alice Cooper.
You're not that old as a band together, so I think it's late 2017, was it, that you guys came together?
That was
how did that happen?
The first idea of it, yeah. So we were at university together.
In Bristol, or?
Yeah, there's BIM Bristol, which is a sort of popular music university. So we were all there, and I asked Janine and Catherine to join back then, and we had a different guitarist then. And then so you joined over a year ago now.
Yeah, it's last summer.
Yeah.
Okay, so you've been together for sort of as the four of you for at least the last sort of 12 months or so now. In terms of music at the moment, are there any EPs in the offing, or is there an album in the works, or what's the plan music-wise?
It's probably going to be singles for a while.
Yeah.
They seem to do quite well on their own. I feel like trying to release an album nowadays to get people to listen to every single track on the album is quite difficult with the attention span thing that's swept over social media.
Yeah, you've got that 3 minutes to hook people, haven't you? And then
I do it myself, so I don't expect other people to.
Yeah, everyone's guilty of it. You got someone releases an EP and you pick the most popular track and like, I listen to that one. it happens a lot.
About social media and that kind of things, you guys seem very, very savvy, and you've got the social media thing down quite well. Is that something that's intentional, or were you all active on social media anyway, so it came quite naturally, or is it that modern thing of, look, if we're going to crack this, we need to have a presence across everything we possibly can?
Definitely the second one.
Yeah.
I don't particularly. If it was just me without like a band or anything, I probably wouldn't use social media that much. For you guys, would be pretty much the same. But when you have something to promote, you need to like make sure
have as many
people
ways of doing that. Don't you?
Yeah.
I wholeheartedly agree. It's a case as much as it's sickening, but you do need to ram yourselves down people's throats and really force your sort of name and your image and everything out there. So yeah, completely agree. And we spoke before, Melody, about, I did a recent interview with Hands Off Gretel, and I was talking to Becky and Lauren, and they were saying, being female fronted, it's great, their social media is exceptional because of that, but also there's a downside of that they get a lot of trolls and they get a lot of hassle from douchebag guys, basically. Is that something you guys have had to put up with, or has it been fairly good up until now?
A little bit.
I think it's been fairly good. There has been the odd people at gigs, or the odd person being a bit creepy.
A bit touchy-feely, a bit too much standing in front staring, that kind of thing,
Yeah, we do get that, but it's not, I don't think it's to the extent of what Lauren Tate sort of went through recently.
No.
We sort of spoke about
that.
Yeah,
for a genuine request of, tall guys, could you please let the smaller females come through so they can see, please? And then it all just blew up out of that.
Everyone hates it, don't they? Yeah, they're just, it's a shame, because I think she does stand for a good cause with those sort of things.
Yeah, I think it's for the right reasons. Yeah, it's for the right reasons. And in terms of your sort of style, it's just the scene setting, the music, it all fits together so well. It's very gothic, it's very sort of dark, and as you say, very ambient. Is that coming from the gothic sort of culture anyway? Is that something that's that's sort of driven you towards that style, or is that just naturally how you are anyway?
Yeah, there's a lot of gothic culture stuff. I'm not really into the sort of the very early gothic music, but yeah, I think the image and the music has sort of come together. Like, I wasn't, when I started writing and when we started this band, I didn't think, it's going to be a goth band, you know. But it sort of has become that, I think, with the image.
Yeah.
And maybe the lyrics have gotten darker, especially with Morgan writing as well.
Blame brain for bringing the tone down.
Yeah.
Is that is that fair?
Yeah, let's go with a yes.
Okay. How important is it to you, because you guys have got a unique style, you've got a unique sound that's starting to get out there now? How important is it for you that you maintain that and you stand out from the crowd?
I think it's pretty important these days. Like, you know, with it's kind of hard to stand out. I don't know. I never thought, must do this to stand out. But then
what people are seeing is literally you guys, and the style and everything is just an exacerbation of your own characters and how you are anyway. Yeah, and the music.
I think more for you than for us.
What do you think?
I don't think that we're exacerbated on stage. I think that's stuff that we write and we like playing because we like playing it.
Yeah.
But I think you have to put on a bit more persona.
Yeah, maybe I started the bigger shoes and bigger outfits, bigger makeup. But yeah, it does seem part of it now. It seems like natural.
It's the whole stage presence that goes with it. And so the outfits are, not with the modelling, very sort of flamboyant and very sort of take up the stage and things like that. And it makes the scene, especially if you're in smaller venues, then it's great. In terms of, we've spoken about, we spoke downstairs actually about sort of gothic culture, and say a few of my friends are really into sort of the goth scene, always have been. And it's a real double-edged sword, because they're doing it because it's their own individual personal taste and their own individual personal style, and they want to be individuals. However, the downside of that is it is a subculture that is quite misunderstood. I know that they've certainly had problems with it in terms of just walking down the street and people having, making horrible comments and things like that. Is that something you've experienced from the music side or from a personal side at all? Or is it things are pretty okay now compared to what they were, say, 10 years ago?
Things are okay in Bristol.
Bristol's a pretty open city, isn't it?
Yeah,
always has been.
And also, people who want to listen to music, people who don't want to listen to it won't go searching for it.
Yeah.
Like, you're not going to have people who hate goth music go searching for goth music.
Yeah.
Online or anything.
So you don't get too many haters in that way. It's not like, you know.
We can
finding you for the right reasons.
But yeah, there's very little people hate on stuff we put out.
Yeah, I've literally had a few, and that's been on like music videos.
Yeah, Bristol comes across as I'm Bristol anyway, but it comes across as a pretty safe city, regardless of what you're into.
Yeah. But I think we are aware that. Well, I'm aware. Like, if I was somewhere else, it might be different.
Would it be harder back in Turkey if you'd have stayed there?
Yeah, I couldn't do this. No.
Really? Okay, that's interesting.
Maybe, but it would have been tricky.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Back to the music. So it's September 2019. What have you got in store for the rest of 2019? And then what's in store for the next 12 months for the band?
Next 12 months. Okay, so next thing after this gig is to get our next single recorded and get that out.
Okay, that's written, is it? That's all down?
Yeah, we're playing. It's going to be the first song.
Oh, wow, okay.
Yeah. So it's all written, just needs recording now. And then for the next 12 months, I think, to make this grow bigger, we need to be gigging outside of Bristol a bit more.
Yeah.
Just getting shows in other places. We've got a tour booked in March. A few places across further up north. And got Camden coming up then as well.
Awesome. And we said, obviously, you guys are on social media, very active. Do you want to drop your Instagram and your Facebook handles? Where can people find you online?
It's all Melodi Music Official. So I try and keep everything under that. It's Melodi with an I, obviously.
Yeah.
Otherwise you won't find it. And that's for YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, SoundCloud, all of them.
Excellent. Okay, guys. Thank you very much for your time.
Thanks
Have
so
a
much.
cracking show tonight.
Thank
Really
you.
looking forward to it. All right, cheers.